Most of us think compulsively all the time. That is to say, we talk to ourselves. If I talk all the time, I don't hear what anyone else has to say. If I think all the time, that is to say, if I talk to myself all the time, I don't have anything to think about except thoughts. And therefore, I'm living entirely in the world of symbols. Therefore, if you meditate for an ulterior motive, that is to say, to improve your mind, to improve your character, to be more efficient in life, you've got your eye on the future and you are not meditating. Well, meditation, when correctly done, has nothing to do with all that. It's a kind of digging the present. It's a kind of grooving with the eternal now. The place where it's at is simply here and now. If you simply close your eyes and allow yourself to hear all the sounds that are going on around you, just listen to the general hum and buzz of the world as if you were listening to music. Don't try to identify the sounds you're hearing. Don't put names on them. Simply allow them to play with your eardrums. It's all just sound. And if I am talking to you right now and you're doing this, don't try to make any sense out of what I'm saying, because your brain will take care of that automatically. You don't have to try to understand anything. As you hear sounds coming up in your head, thoughts, you simply listen to them as part of the general noise going on, just as you would be listening to the sound of my voice, or just as you would be listening to cars going by, or to birds chattering outside the window. So look at your own thoughts as just noises. And soon you will find that the so-called outside world and the so-called inside world come together. They are a happening. Your thoughts are a happening, just like the sounds going on outside. And everything is simply a happening, and all you're doing is watching it. It's all just sound. The place where it's at is simply here and now.
What is up, guys? Welcome back. Evan Aldo here. Hope you guys are having a fabulous Sunday evening. Hope you guys are doing well. What's going on, everybody? So before we even get into, anything, I guess, that's OBS right there. Before we even get into anything on this live stream, I posted about it on Twitter. No one really engaged. Well, a few people did, but what? Wait, what's this AI thing, first of all? Currently not expected to end quantitative tightening before May, and yet there's 100% chance. And if I bet, like, what? So if I bet $500, I make 500 grand on this? Going by what the AI says? Why? Oh, okay. Resolve to yes if further increases most. Oh. Increases mass security holds, so I guess that's what they're thinking. What do you guys think? Is this a good bet to make? I mean, if you're betting yes, you're winning nothing. 100 bucks. Yeah, win zero. You can only bet no. That's got to be some type of glitch. Anyway, which is crazy. What's up, Mito? And then the trading. So, still waiting for an outcome on those. If one wins, he'll be profitable. It's the main goal there. Don't get too, don't make it harder than it has to be. The whale games, a little bit of volatility on the weekend. I still think you're going to keep going upward, but we got to see. You got the trigger wave, to the downside there in the 16-hour. A little bit of volatility here, a little bit of weekend volatility, like I mentioned. Trigger wave. Now, the weekly I like, because money flow is starting to come back up. You're forming the trigger wave, so that should be good. That combined with, hopefully money flow coming up, continuing to come up on some of these time frames, kind of. I wouldn't give the blood diamonds too much credence here. It still is the weekend. We'll see what happens into tomorrow. But I would still be pretty optimistic. Hopefully the people on Twitter will bring the price up and scare away that, or liquidate that big short, that whale shorting. So yeah, and shout out to Nightshade. We got Nightshade who's in the Discord, who's in the live stream chat via Twitter, via X, formerly known as Twitter. So yeah, I hope you're doing well, Nightshade. I know you had a really good month of trading. And yeah, just trying to see what ends up happening here. I mean, I think we could continue forward generally, but it is hard to say, obviously, on a Sunday night. Kind of just watching these trades go back and forth. So ApeCoin trying to make a higher low, bounce off of 50 cents. So others versus Bitcoin. I think if the Fed does end QT on Wednesday, that's a big question. So let's say 100% chance. I mean, if it doesn't happen by April 31st, then you got 100%, 100% chance, according to Polymarket, of Fed ending QT. Now, nobody big, but I found out through, Pentoshi, who posted it. Let's see if, I think I don't know where that is, but pricing and odds is a sure thing. Whereas before they were much, I don't know what ended up happening with all that, 100% chance. I don't know what the hell's happening there, but, I know he also thinks that, you may get kind of a dead cat bounce here, which is absolutely possible. I think one of two things is probably going to happen with Bitcoin. So, well, most likely, after you see this little relief rally, let's say it's, let's say we see a relief rally up to 90K, one of two things, 90, 100K, wherever it may be. One, we keep going, which I like that. I like that option within a month being back up to 104. I like that. And then hopefully, continuing forward to maybe 120 into the summer, maybe a little bit before the summer, that would be cool. Or if you reject from there, then you're looking at into April, into these months, lower numbers. Now, where is like the absolute lowest I could see you going, and where do we hit that? So it'd probably be sometime in May, maybe even June. It would probably be like high 40s, low 50s or something. That would be like the lowest, like worst case scenario. And that would be like a big reset. Kind of about a 50% plus correction. Now, I don't think that'll happen. Really don't think that'll happen, but it's possible. It's definitely possible. Quantitative Tatavitative quantitative easing. Well, what do you guys think? I mean, I don't know. I think it's a glitch on Polymarket, but I mean, some people, Well, it kind of seems like they have to end it, you know. They have to end it by like this month, by when, you know, they have to end it by Wednesday for that trade to, or that bet to be a no. So if they don't end it then you probably win that trade, that $100 to 500K or whatever. But is it going to end Wednesday? That's the question. Maybe it will. You know, maybe it will. Or pause or whatever. Crypto overall coin, okay. Yeah, I could kind of see what chart. Let's see. Yeah, total crypto market cap, golden cross. Big area right there in ETH. So yeah, ETH versus Bitcoin, trying to find a bottom here. I think if you do, yeah, you likely, it would be unlikely that ETH keeps leading against Bitcoin if you do end QT on Wednesday. Now, things can still go down if you do end QT. They definitely still can. Now, how down do they go? Probably for Bitcoin, worst case, between 50 and 60, high 40s. ETH, worst case, probably between like 1,100 to 15. I know it's a big range, but probably there. Probably 1,200, I would say, would be like worst case if Bitcoin goes down that low. Main argument for the 1,200. Well, last time let's look at what happened. Last time when they ended QT, it was around September it was right around here, I think. Was it early September? Let's say it was early September. So then you had this, and I wouldn't count pandemic. So say you end it right now. I don't think you'd go down to freaking 900. You know what I mean? Like it'd probably be like 1,200 into May. You know, at some point in May, you would probably see a bottom at 1,200. Again, I don't think it's going to go that low. I'm just telling you like worst case scenarios. And then if, let's say ETH goes to 1,200. Okay, so it's down about another 30%, which is not that crazy. And then Bitcoin down. Bitcoin would probably go down even farther, maybe, you know, 49, 50 or something, for 34%, or around the same maybe, you know. But yeah, that would be that 50K area. Again, I think we can rally. I think we'll, you know, at least get some type of relief here. And then I think the big question is, you know, do you come up to high 90s and then fall off and then go to, you know, those lows or whatever into May, or something like that? Does that happen? Regardless, I mean, yeah, that's just how it is. I would think though. Yeah, I mean, I would be very surprised if you were to go to under like 53K, 54K. I think that's the $1 trillion market cap. And I do think there's a strong argument to make that we will, you know, continue to recover here. You know, we saw the fear, we saw the fear, you know, we saw inflation come down, trueflation's low. There's cases to be made that we will recover here. So yeah, and I think that on the bright side, especially in the 2-week, others versus Bitcoin still didn't make a lower low. That pattern I told you about would tell us that we've bottomed out. So against Bitcoin there. So that's that. I mean, that was December of 16. Yeah, it's right in that same area. So I mean, maybe this difference in the chart, the fact that we made a lower low rather than, you know, a higher low, shows the opposite, shows that this market will rally. But I guess with a lot of this stuff going on, Dogecoin with debit, good one. A lot of this stuff going on. Wait a second, what we liquidated at 85? What? It already went. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, it didn't get as high as I thought. Oh, yeah, they add to it or whatever. We'll see come tomorrow what happens with that Bitcoin short. I don't think it means anything. It's like anything else, to gamble. We'll see what the market wants to give them. I mean, what do they know that people don't know? Everybody's seeing it now. I mean, I don't know. Are we thinking a flash crash down to 72K? I mean, it's possible, but I would think more of an upside, more of an upside trajectory. That's what I would guess. What do you think of Nightshade? What's rock bottom for you? I wonder. Like, what do you think's the lowest you could see us going, and what do you think will happen? Well, green Heiken actually on your 3-day, so that's something. That's a little start. I like the weekly. I would say overall, I think it just shows continuation. The thing here that's interesting too is, I mean, it took a while to really play out here, but if you're looking at, well, let's say it's the same trajectory from that trigger wave. That would be, I mean, that may be a little bit too optimistic, 150 into August, but take that down. Maybe 120 into August I could see, and then hopefully into end of year, then you get up to 150. I think it's still possible. So yeah. What's up, Kenneth? Farcoin. Everybody's been talking about Farcoin. I'm not looking at Farcoin yet. Well, I'll probably eventually look at it. But what's interesting is the some of the NFTs have held up well. Yeah, they on their ETH pair. I don't know about Farcoin right now. I think there's better things to gamble with, but no, the 5-day, yeah, it could come back a little bit. We'll see what happens. Anyway, tough to say. It's tricky crypto. So yeah, so was Farcoin. So was Farcoin. I think CoinGecko. And by the way, guys, if you want to make some of these trades that I've opened down here, they are over on BYDFI. In addition, BloFin, no KYC, no VPN, just like BYDFI. Both are very good exchanges. And you get 10% off your fees for life. You sign up to either of them with my link down below. I'm seeing like a huge level. Below that, low 40s. Maybe you know something I don't, Nightshade, but isn't it like right? Maybe I'm missing something here, but isn't it like 50? Well, oh no, you mentioned 60. What am I saying? No. Yeah, no, isn't 60 like right here? I would argue is like a real big area, especially these spider lines like that 60K. And then even I would say from like high 40s to like low 60s is like a real big historical area. That especially like old all-time highs. Like I don't think price is gonna lose that immediately. Maybe I'm wrong though. I've been wrong before. Who knows? Could be. But yeah, I don't know. I just don't think it's we got the lion in office. With the lion in office. Trying to help us out a little bit in certain ways. What's up, Douglas? We got Douglas in the chat. NASDAQ. Yeah, I think the question here is like, how much do you rally? Do you make a lower high? What ends up happening? Kind of the same things we've been talking about, but But I would remain somewhat optimistic at least, Trigger wave trying to form on Sol. I mean, has CNBC been saying something that we're not? Nuclear fuel, yeah. Not a surprise there. Pope Francis. Yeah, that would people betting on potentially a new pope. Pope Francis recovers. Guess everybody would bet new pope and bet that it wasn't going to go so well for him. They might, you know. Hope the Lord is merciful in their souls. Just imagine betting on that. Yeah, it's almost like too much to bet on here. Yeah, nothing really going on. Well, starting to paint a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. I think we're going to come up. When's the next new moon? Does anybody know? Look at the moon indicator. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, those moon phases. Oh, I can't. What? Oh, come on. Oh, well, it's on. Doesn't seem like I could turn it off or on or toggle it, but okay, so that's interesting. I guess that's a new, or no, a full. Yeah, it's a full, that's a new. So if you think we could get a little bit more there, yeah, of all things to look at. And now I can't turn off the moon. Oh, maybe if I do that. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, why did I? But I can't. Yeah, that's a problem here. I can't turn it off. Can't turn off the moon indicator. Yeah, well. Solana, Chainlink, Lion coin. The Trump meme coin. Yeah, I mean, my main view is that we should be able to keep going, keep recovering, at least for now, at least a little bit more, and then maybe, just maybe you come up, you hold 100K, and then bull run back on, bull run back on. Got Trading Wars tomorrow morning. Hope you guys tune in. I think it'll be interesting. How would I trade this market right now? Yeah, that's probably a great question. Thanks for asking. Hmm. Well, I would think, I would think you got a good shot of, yeah, 2100. I don't see why not. And then, yeah. I mean, if you were to go short right now, yeah, you're already like nullifying some stuff. You got not a true bull div, but you don't, yeah, it's not. The bullish things aren't showing up on ETH as much as Bitcoin, which may be indicative that ETH starts outperforming Bitcoin finally, which I think it might. 2-week trigger too. I mean, look at the last one. I mean, bring us up to 28 maybe. Yeah, there's potential. 29, 3,000 back up there potentially. I think it might be suppressed. If I do say so myself, I think Ethereum might be a little bit suppressed here. So yeah. Hmm. It's still scary on the 2-week, but maybe it's starting to, I mean, it's so deep. I feel like it's going to turn around, I feel like it might turn around. I think we're going to find out a lot on Wednesday. It's going to be a very exciting week to come, yeah. Hmm. Oil. That comes down. I mean, inflation, yeah. Let's see, cattle is probably still up so much. That's the thing. That's never going to go down. They're never going to make steak cheaper. Right there. To one, yeah. It's still fighting up. Yeah, but that's never gonna. I mean, it's just, yeah, never gonna peak out. Cattle's never gonna peak out. They don't want you eating meat, believe me. Crypto oils. Oh, how did oils other than US or USO hold up? Exxon, yeah, similar. Not doing much. I think these will kind of fight back a little bit, with everything else, but yeah. Hmm. Yeah, trigger waves or whatever forming here on Tesla. Hmm. Really appreciate you, Jesse Jacks. Yeah, I feel like this one's kind of lazy, and I'm just like, yeah, getting tired here. I wanted to come on though, but But yeah, really appreciate you, Jesse. Yeah, I mean, we really want to, see what happens. I mean, just to reiterate, I think the trigger wave in the 4 hours should bring you higher. I'm looking at least 2,000 here for Ethereum, so it'd be a 23% recovery or more. I mean, hopefully, I would think, if you can get that 50% recovery, then you're kind of back in business to a certain extent there. Makes sense with the fear. So yeah, appreciate you, Jay Sherlock. So yeah, I mean, I'm still remaining kind of bullish. I think this bull div for me on the weekly, I like that. That should give you what you need for for something cool, So yeah, I mean, we zoom out here from this is bad correction, but rough correction, but maybe something could be brewing. Maybe something could finally be brewing here. Anyway, guys, I don't know if there's really too much else to talk about right now. Just wanted to give you a little bit of an update. I mean, if you guys have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them next few minutes. I may get off early and call it earlier night tonight. And I'll be on Trading Wars tomorrow. I think it's 11 a.m. Eastern. So yeah, yes, sir. But yeah. No, I mean, I think everything looks decent. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we'll go down lower, but everything looks pretty good. It kind of is looking like that poly market's going to be right with the 100% chance. I mean, it's if you're poly market, I mean, you got I don't know what the hell they're doing, but it's kind of like betting on this at this point. Wow, yeah, 42% chance. That's interesting that they think 42% chance of a recession. I feel like that's going to start to go down. That's the thing too, because if you bet no on this, I mean, 10 to 16. I think it's going to start to go down. I'd say buy the fear. Oh, that's interesting here. Best AI model by June 30th. I mean, that's kind of subjective, right? Like, Okay, so DeepSeek, not even close. Wow. So people are thinking Twitter, XAI, yeah. Grok's pretty good. I mean, it depends what you're looking at. I mean, the Google one, yeah. It depends what you're doing, but I feel like these are the two top contenders, and Google would be a step below, but it depends what you're using it for. They all have pros and cons. That's interesting. Yeah, because we know essentially 99, yeah, so according to this, there would be a greater chance, it's the same, let's say about $100 on there. No, it'd be much bigger, because it'd be like 100 to, it'd be much, well, what if you bet a 500? Yeah. So even less, more, I mean, better odds than even a pause of QT ending that day, according to the betting odds here. I don't know. Anybody put money on this? I know somebody on my, I'm just too late. Maybe I should. I would bet, well, I would obviously bet the, oh. Did they change that? Ooh, they might have taken that away. Maybe not. Maybe I just can't find it. But anyway. Yoon's going to be out as president of South Korea. 50-50 for new pope. 44 for new pope. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, it's going to be... Oh, shoot. It's going to be Cuomo. Outra vez. Oh, boy. Where am I streaming from? Well, you have to guess. Somewhere cool. WE? I don't know what WE is, but QT means quantitative tightening. Essentially taking away money from the Fed balance sheet. Being responsible. But yeah, if Cuomo gets... When is the next mayor? So it's, yeah, because Eric Adams was corrupt or whatever. So yeah. Oh, who's going to win the Stanley Cup? Okay, Panthers, Dallas Stars, yeah. Oilers. World Series. Who's going to win the World Series? Oh, yeah, that's actually a good one, World Series. That's a good one to look at. Okay, so Yankees are still... I think the Yankees will have a couple more appearances maybe this decade. I think they'll probably win it this decade. Dodgers are who won it last. Yeah, so I was just thinking that. I mean, it could be kind of anyone in any of these 6 teams, probably. I mean, maybe even the Astros. QT is the opposite of QE. QE is printing money. QT is the opposite of printing money, taking money away. Rich, it said about the Fed meeting that there's 100% chance they're going to end QT quantitative tightening by May. So that would mean we'd find out on Wednesday, right? You know, when did they announce that? Probably at the FOMC meeting, unless I'm missing something. I'm surprised more people haven't been more excited about that on Twitter. Pentoshi tweeted about it even. So, yeah. For crypto, QE historically would be good, especially for altcoins. But there are periods where, you know, if you just starting QE, you know, doesn't necessarily make everything do well. But I think historically QE always generally makes altcoins do well against Bitcoin. I think almost all cases. But you know, it's not a black or white thing. Would it be positive or negative for stocks on Wednesday? It depends, Rich. I mean, it's not always, you know, ending QT. If it's expected, it means nothing. It's already factored in. If it's not expected, it would generally be good. But it depends. Yeah, it's not like a, you know, if it's not like a black and white thing. If it was, you'd be able to bet your entire net worth on it and become a billionaire or whatever. So yeah. For people who are new, yeah, you know, the QE, QT stuff, it takes a little bit. I mean, the average person doesn't really know what that means usually. Let's see. wonder, what do you learn? Like, does anyone have a degree in finance or like business or an MBA or something like that? Like, what do they teach you when you take those classes? Is that what you learn about? Like, I wonder what do they teach you in a finance degree? Wonder. That's Trump, yeah. Race to AGI, that's scary. Hey, okay, so we're thinking ChatGPT 5 by December 31st or June 30th, yeah. Huh? That's interesting, yeah, because Waymo, self-driving. Once you get to that, and I mean, they don't think it'll happen, but you're gonna have a lot of disruptions, I think, in about 5 to 7 years once you get to, fully self-driving Ubers and all that. So yeah, you have an MBA. It was shit. Can you elaborate? Keynesian, I don't even know what that is. I've heard the term Keynesian. I've seen that word. I can't pronounce it, but I've seen it. Economic fraud. Okay. You'd have to go into more detail. I'm not really sure what you're referring to. I'm just curious, what do they teach you in an MBA? Like, I have no idea. What do you learn? Oh, here we go. Good afternoon. Jeez. Hmm. They're thinking, yeah, how many rate cuts? Ooh, nobody knows. Oh, 2 to 3 is the big, yeah. How low will the 10-year treasury? Okay, 4%. I mean, what's it at now? Take a look at that in a second. US 10-year. Yeah, that's not, they're not thinking it's going to go down that much if it's only, well, 4% would be back down to here, but it was lower. Yeah. That may be 3.5. I would think you might be able to get there into the end of the year if that's what you're trying to bet on. That may be a good bet, the 3.5. Didn't you say, you just said it was shit? Oh, I know who that is. John, yeah, I know John Keynes, yeah. I know the basic gist of that. Oh, I could read it up if you want me to, but is that what you learned about? I mean, does that answer my question? Is that, I don't, hmm. MicroStrategy. Hmm. How high will inflation get? What is it? Above 3%? Okay. It depends on what you're looking at. Yeah. Hmm. $300 billion. My God. Should I take away all these ones that have like no chance of happening? Hmm. Anyway, guys, I think I'm going to get going. If you guys are interested in trade war. Until the U.S. Okay. So it's more historical stuff you learned, Seth? That's interesting. And I don't really. So it's mainly economics then that you learn. I like what master of business. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. Anyway, guys, smash the like button. Check out the links down below, especially for BYDFI and BloFin. There's a deposit bonus. In addition, you get 10% of your fees for life only with my link down below. No KYC, no VPN required for either of them. And yeah, I mean, if you deposit at least $100 on either of them, I'll give you 1 free month on Aldo Empire VIP Discords. Check it out. World Economics. Okay, yeah. I'll see you guys soon. Probably see you guys tomorrow. Hope you guys, hope I didn't bore you to death. But yeah, appreciate you.